We've got Sophie Cunningham getting her own shoe, and everybody losing their pathetic little minds over it. Well, not everybody. Old WNBA fans, old guard WNBA fans, are losing their mind over the white girl pointing at her brand new shoes. Yeah, that's what she's pointing at.
The WNBA world woke up to another headline that instantly sent social media into overdrive. This time, it wasn't a buzzer beater, a controversial foul, or even a blockbuster trade. Instead, it was a major announcement involving Sophie Cunningham that has basketball fans asking one big question.
Old fans crash out, lose their mind, and scream white privilege. It is hilarious watching these people melt down over the most minuscule things, over the smallest little things. Watching these folks melt down, go hysterical, lose their mind, rant, rave, complain. Oh my God, I can't believe.
How did she become one of the league's biggest marketing stars so quickly? As reactions poured in from every corner of the internet, supporters celebrated while critics questioned whether the spotlight was deserved. But behind the heated debates is a much bigger story, one that goes far beyond points per game or highlight reels. Sophie Cunningham's rise has been anything but ordinary. Over the past year, her name has become impossible to ignore, especially alongside Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. Every appearance, every interview, and every viral moment seems to generate another wave of discussion. Now, with Adidas making a significant move involving Cunningham, fans are wondering what this means not only for her future but also for the growing business of women's basketball. Is this simply smart marketing, or does it signal a new direction for the WNBA?
Sophie Cunningham, the blonde bomber, is coming out with shoes. These are so dope. These are her PE colorways coming out with Adidas. Oh my God, Sophie Cunningham, man, just keeps getting better and better by the day, man. I hope these are for men as well, man, because I would like to cop these, man. These are hella dope. Very Sophie type of shoes, man. Like, I don't know, I just look at these and I just see Sophie just all over them, man. These are perfect.
In today's video, we'll break down what happened, why this announcement is attracting so much attention, how Caitlin Clark's connection fits into the story, and what it could mean for the league moving forward. Stay with us, because the biggest details, and the most surprising reactions, are still ahead. The announcement quickly became one of the biggest talking points across basketball social media. Within hours, fans were sharing photos, debating the design, and asking the same question. Why is this such a big moment for Sophie Cunningham? While some people focused only on the product itself, others saw something much larger. To them, this wasn't just about footwear. It was another sign that Cunningham's profile has grown dramatically over the past year. That growth didn't happen overnight. Sophie entered the WNBA known for her toughness, energy, and willingness to do the little things that don't always appear in the box score. Coaches appreciated her hustle, teammates valued her competitive attitude, and opponents knew she would never back down from a challenge. Even when she wasn't leading the scoring column, she built a reputation as someone who brought intensity every time she stepped on the floor. Everything changed once she joined the Indiana Fever. Playing alongside Caitlin Clark placed the team under a spotlight unlike anything the WNBA had experienced before. Every game attracted massive television audiences, sold-out arenas, and constant discussion online. Naturally, every player on the roster began receiving more attention, but Cunningham stood out for a different reason: her fearless personality. Throughout the season, she developed a reputation for defending her teammates whenever emotions ran high. Whether it was exchanging words with opponents, celebrating big plays, or showing confidence during tense moments, Cunningham became one of the most talked-about personalities on the roster. Fans admired that competitive edge, while critics sometimes viewed it differently. Either way, one thing became clear: people were paying attention. That attention is incredibly valuable in modern sports. Professional athletes today are judged by more than statistics. Brands also look at visibility, personality, fan engagement, and the ability to connect with audiences beyond the basketball court. Companies invest in athletes who generate conversations because conversations often lead to sales, media coverage, and long-term brand recognition. This is where the discussion surrounding Adidas becomes interesting. Rather than focusing only on traditional basketball numbers, many observers believe the company recognized Cunningham's growing influence. Every interview she gives is shared across social media. Every emotional moment during a game becomes a trending topic. Supporters proudly wear her jersey, while critics continue debating her role in the league. From a marketing perspective, Both reactions create visibility. Of course, not everyone agrees with that approach. Some fans argue that endorsement opportunities should primarily reward statistical achievements or championship success. Others believe marketability is just as important because sports have become a business driven by fan engagement. That disagreement has fueled thousands of comments online, turning what could have been a routine product announcement into one of the hottest conversations in women's basketball. Another important factor is the continued popularity of Caitlin Clark. Since arriving in the WNBA, Clark has brought unprecedented attention to the league, and every storyline connected to the Indiana Fever naturally receives more coverage. Because Cunningham is one of Clark's most recognizable teammates, many fans see the two names together almost every day in headlines and social media discussions. Whether that's completely fair or not, it has undeniably increased Cunningham's visibility. Still, visibility alone doesn't guarantee long-term success. Fans may click on headlines, but lasting popularity depends on performance, consistency, and authenticity. That's why this latest announcement is generating so much interest. Some believe it confirms that Cunningham has become one of the WNBA's biggest personalities. Others think expectations are now higher than ever and that she'll need to continue proving herself both on and off the court. And that's where this story takes another unexpected turn. Because once reactions started pouring in, the conversation shifted far beyond basketball. Analysts, former players, and fans began debating what this announcement says about the future of athlete endorsements, the changing business of the WNBA, and why certain players attract opportunities that others don't. Those reactions reveal an even bigger story, and that's exactly what we'll explore next. As the debate continued, one thing became impossible to ignore. This wasn't just a conversation about Sophie Cunningham anymore. It had turned into a larger discussion about how modern sports business really works. Every major league, from the NBA and NFL to the WNBA, has seen brands place increasing value on athletes who can capture public attention. While championships and statistics still matter, companies also study social media engagement, fan loyalty, media exposure, and overall influence before making major marketing decisions. That's why so many analysts pointed out that endorsement deals are rarely based on points per game alone. A player who consistently generates headlines, appears in interviews, trends on social media, and connects with fans can become extremely valuable from a business standpoint. Whether people support that idea or disagree with it, it has become part of today's sports landscape. For Sophie Cunningham, the spotlight has followed her throughout the season. Her competitive attitude, emotional celebrations, and willingness to defend teammates have made her one of the league's most recognizable personalities. Those moments are often replayed across sports shows, shared on social media, and discussed by fans long after the final buzzer. In today's digital world, those viral moments can dramatically increase an athlete's visibility. Many fans also believe her connection with Caitlin Clark has amplified that attention. Ever since Clark entered the WNBA, nearly every Indiana Fever game has attracted national headlines. Television ratings have climbed, arenas have sold out, and millions of new viewers have started following the league. Naturally, everyone on the Fever roster has received more exposure than they might have in previous seasons. However, that increased attention has created another challenge. Every achievement connected to a Fever player is immediately analyzed from every possible angle. Some fans celebrate it, while others question whether the recognition is deserved. That's exactly what happened after the latest announcement involving Cunningham. Instead of simply discussing the product, online conversations quickly shifted toward comparisons with other WNBA stars. Some supporters argued that her growing popularity reflects years of hard work and a personality that resonates with fans. Others suggested there are players with stronger statistical resumes who could have received similar recognition. Both opinions spread rapidly across social media, proving once again how passionate WNBA audiences have become. One interesting aspect of the discussion is how athlete branding has evolved over the past decade. Years ago, endorsements often focused almost entirely on superstar performances. Today, companies also look for athletes who tell compelling stories. Fans enjoy following personalities, behind-the-scenes moments, interviews, and genuine relationships between teammates. Those connections help build communities that extend far beyond the basketball court. That brings us back to Caitlin Clark. Throughout the season, Clark has repeatedly spoken about staying focused on basketball despite the constant attention surrounding the team. She has emphasized supporting her teammates and keeping the spotlight on collective success rather than individual headlines. Because of that approach, many Fever fans view the team's chemistry as one of its biggest strengths. Cunningham has also earned praise from teammates for bringing energy, confidence, and leadership during difficult moments. Whether she's celebrating a big play, encouraging teammates from the bench, or stepping into emotional situations during games, she has developed a reputation as someone who embraces pressure instead of avoiding it. Those qualities may not appear in a box score, but they often influence how fans and brands view an athlete. Still, the biggest question remains unanswered. Will all of this attention translate into long-term success? Public interest can rise quickly, but maintaining that momentum is much more difficult. Fans expect results, sponsors expect continued visibility, and every performance is examined more closely than ever before. As excitement continues to build, the next chapter of this story could become the most important yet. Because once the announcement becomes reality and fans finally get their first look at the response in the marketplace, everyone, from supporters to critics, will be watching closely. And the early reactions may reveal far more than anyone expected. Now the attention turns from headlines to results. Announcements can dominate social media for a day or two, but what happens afterward is what truly determines whether a marketing decision was successful. Fans are now watching closely to see how the response unfolds, not just from loyal supporters but from the wider basketball community as well. One reason this story has attracted so much interest is because it reflects how quickly the WNBA has changed. Just a few years ago, many endorsement deals received little national attention. Today, almost every major move involving the league becomes a trending topic across sports media. Television ratings continue to grow, attendance has reached new levels, and companies are investing more resources into women's basketball than ever before. As a result, every partnership carries greater significance than it once did. For Sophie Cunningham, this moment represents another milestone in a career built on resilience and confidence. She has never been known as the flashiest player in the league, but she has earned respect for her competitive spirit and willingness to embrace pressure. Whether she's diving for loose balls, celebrating big plays, or standing up for teammates during emotional moments, Cunningham has created an identity that many fans recognize instantly. At the same time, it's impossible to ignore Caitlin Clark's impact on the league's growing popularity. Clark's arrival has introduced millions of new viewers to the WNBA, bringing fresh attention to teams, players, and storylines that previously received far less coverage. That increased visibility has benefited the Indiana Fever as a whole, allowing teammates like Cunningham to reach audiences that continue expanding every month. But success in professional sports is never guaranteed. Today's biggest headline can easily be replaced by tomorrow's breaking news. That's why maintaining momentum matters so much. Fans want consistent performances, sponsors want continued engagement, and organizations want athletes who represent their brands both on and off the court. The players who succeed over the long term are usually those who continue delivering long after the excitement of a single announcement fades. Another fascinating element is how divided public opinion has become. Some viewers see Cunningham as an athlete who has earned every opportunity through hard work, personality, and persistence. Others believe recognition should depend almost entirely on on-court production. Both perspectives continue fueling online discussions, and that ongoing debate keeps her name in the spotlight. Interestingly, sports marketing experts often point out that conversations themselves have value. Whenever fans debate a player, share highlights, discuss interviews, or compare opinions, the athlete's visibility increases. Brands understand that attention drives awareness, and awareness often translates into stronger connections with consumers. In that sense, every discussion, positive or negative, helps keep the story alive. Looking ahead, the Indiana Fever remain one of the most closely watched teams in basketball. Every game featuring Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and the rest of the roster draws enormous interest from fans eager to see what happens next. With expectations continuing to rise, every performance will be analyzed, celebrated, and criticized in equal measure. Whether you believe this latest development was the perfect business decision or think another player deserved the spotlight, one thing is certain: it has sparked one of the biggest conversations of the season. And sometimes, that's exactly what successful marketing is designed to accomplish. The real answer won't come from social media arguments. It will come over time as fans respond, the season unfolds, and the WNBA continues its remarkable growth. No matter which side of the debate you stand on, one fact is impossible to deny. Sophie Cunningham has become one of the league's most talked about personalities. Caitlin Clark continues to reshape the landscape of women's basketball, and every new chapter involving the Indiana Fever seems to capture national attention. If this trend continues, today's announcement may be remembered as just one step in an even bigger story that is still being written. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe because we bring you the biggest WNBA stories, Caitlin Clark updates, Sophie Cunningham news, Indiana Fever coverage, and all the latest basketball headlines before everyone else. We'd also love to hear your opinion. Do you think Sophie Cunningham has earned this level of attention, or should another WNBA star have been in the spotlight? Share your thoughts in the comments below because your perspective could be featured in one of our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one with another in-depth look at the stories everyone will be talking about.